The SEC's got a big announcement to boost crypto. Yeah, I said it. The SEC is going to do something for crypto. We're also going to talk about Ripple's big announcement. Did you hear about them? BlackRock, Buildle. We'll talk about it. XRP price as well. And Solana gets a big buy. Who spent the money and are they even in the green?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
That's right. Ripple brings RLUSD to BlackRock's Build a Fund. We'll talk about that and more. Like the altcoin season, stuck at 66 out of 100, while volume's at 168 billion. So we got some action going on, but not enough juicy action, except for the fact that the SEC is going to bring something in to help us boost crypto. Your comments come first. Get into that, and then the news. Seth Boss says, hey, Klaus, you think we're getting another cut in October? P.S. Been a subscriber for a few years. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think Jerome's going to have to cut a few times because he definitely overcooked the bird. There's big recession fears out there, big government shutdown fears, so that's pretty shaky for the economy. So he's going to have to do something to boost it, and that's what everyone cutting rates. Way to go, Jerome. You should have been cutting months ago. Ruben Gelly says, I feel like the writing is on the wall. Ripple, the company, is making moves that benefit the company, and eventually they will flip the switch, but we definitely need the regs to see that happen. Ripple is doing what's best for their private shareholders. That is their number one fiduciary responsibility right now. They're private shareholders. They're direct investors. So they're going to keep doing things that benefit them as a company, that make them money as a company, because that's what business is all about, making money. Speaking of making money, the altcoins, like I said, stuck at 66 out of 100. Still not bad, but you can see BTC over the last 90 days up 5.5%. Some of our favorites like XRP are up 30% over the last 90 days. HBAR up 45%. XLM up 51%. So overall, the alts outperforming BTC. Guatemala's weather. Oh, God, I wonder why would I be looking at that. Either way, Guatemala's weather. High during the day in the upper 70s, lows in the low 60s. Guade. SEC chair to introduce crypto trading exemptions to speed product launches. Yes, this is good news. According to a Bloomberg report today, SEC Chair Paul Atkins plans to introduce an innovation exemption by December. Oh, okay. I mean, December's not bad. You know, Santa Claus bringing the good stuff early this year. This will allow crypto firms to launch products in the United States without facing what he calls burdensome regulatory requirements. Remember before where Genzer was like, yo, just come on in. The paperwork's really easy to fill out. And companies would come in and they'd be like, well, where's the paperwork? And he's like, I don't know. I'm not telling you. And then they would start filling out stuff. And the SEC would be like, oh, we're going to use that against you. Yeah, it was pretty open. SEC admits that current rules made for traditional finance are holding back new blockchain technologies. Atkins said the agency will spend the next few months writing rules to help crypto firms enter the market more easily. I like that because you're going to have some juicy launches. Atkins' comments come as a continued series of policy signals he once took in office of 2025. Yeah, so he took them and now he's making it. Dude, can you get the ETFs approved any faster? Earlier this month, he declared crypto has time to come, pledging to replace surprise enforcement actions with more explicit guidance. Blah, 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 blah. Atkins, seriously, can we get the ETFs any faster? Helios Medical. So they had that $1.25 billion pipe action going on. They bought some SOL. All right, someone buying some SOL treasury. In a press statement on Monday, Helios Medical revealed that it bought 760,000 SOL tokens at a price of $231 per token. I mean, they're in the red just a little bit. Not that badly. They're not, but I mean, how would you feel if all of a sudden you just spent how much money? I don't know, 167 million, and right off the bat, that 167 million lost maybe 5 million? Yeah, that's not so good. Yeah, you'd probably shit in your pants too. But either way, they bought it. Here is the announcement from them. I'm sharing this because you're hearing players recently buy into some Crow, into some SOL, into some BNB, and there's some big buys happening here. 1.25 billion is nothing to sneeze at, and so far, like I said, they've purchased 167 million. Ripple brings RLUSD to BlackRock's Build a Fund. Oh, okay, Ripple doing what's best for the company RLUSD. The move is part of Ripple's effort to connect traditional finance with blockchain-based tools. Here's the announcement from it. It says Ripple, leading provider of digital asset infrastructure for financial institutions, and Securitize, the leading platform for tokenizing real-world assets, has announced a smart contract to allow holders of BlackRock's Build and VanEck's V-Build to exchange their shares to Ripple for Ripple's USD, RLUSD. Oh, okay. Well, what about this one? I'm throwing a little comment here at the midpoint. P. Shivers III says, did you hear the rumor that 37 trillion US debt will be grifted into crypto? XP spooky. P. Shivers III. Thank you for the support, by the way. And what this is referring to is the stable coins, okay? The stable coins and the backing of stable coins is done by what? Short-term treasuries, aka government debt. So if all of a sudden stable coins are expected to like 3x, 10x, 15, 20x in terms of market cap, that means they're going to be buying a lot of what? Government debt. So it's not that the United States debt is going into crypto. It's more that these crypto players are required by the Genius Act, the law, right? The stablecoin law that we passed, to what? Back their stablecoins if they want to in the United States with, or not if they want to participate in the United States legally, with what? Short-term treasuries, aka government debt. So if all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of people wanting to buy government debt, what can the government do? Well, we can issue more debt because we have buyers of that debt. Yeah. So I get what you're saying. That 37 trillion, that's the US debt, and stablecoin players are going to be buying. Now, just think of it this way, okay? Stablecoin market cap, like what, 260, 270 billion dollars. That's very far away from 37 trillion. But I mean, if it 10x's, to like $3 trillion, that would be pretty juicy. I mean, that's a lot of government debt that can be bought up. Sorry, I just thought I would throw that in there real quick. BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund Builder and VanEck Treasury Tree both represent firms tokenized funds issued on public blockchains. You can exchange their shares for RLUSD 24/7. Nice. I like it. I wish they would use XRP for settlement, but RLUSD, hey, if it benefits the ecosystem, I'm cool with that. Overall, XRP is still doing good, $2.86. Broader crypto market right now is just waiting to see what happens with the government shutdown. In terms of price action, don't expect anything too crazy unless we get things figured out. So let's see what happens with the government as Helios buys some SOL. Ripple's banging out RLUSD juice. The altcoins are doing what they do best, and the weather in Antigua, Guatemala is a couple degrees cooler than the weather in Guatemala City. So, like, the tokenization stuff is cool, but do you notice how a lot of the tokenization is having, like, no effect on the price of the market? So, is tokenization really that cool, or is it cool for the company? See, like, the native token holders, we're all sitting here going, yo, tokenization, titties, jumblies in the face is awesome, but do you get paid when people tokenize stuff? No, you don't. So, tokenization's only cool if you're able to get into it and you can make some money on it. Otherwise, it's good for them, and for us, it's just like news tidbits that just don't do shit for the price. So, yeah. Let's see what happens, though, with the government shutdown, because for real, this is how this is going to play out. Right now, all anyone cares about in the markets is United States government shutdown. That's big. As soon as that's done, then we get back into rates and regs, the good things for crypto. So, United States government, don't let us down. Oh, damn it. They're going to let us down, aren't they? I just said it out loud. I saw the script up on the screen over here. I was looking at it, and I'm like, United States government, don't let us down. Who the fuck wrote that? Who wrote that? But we know the United States government's going to let us down. It's just a matter of how badly do they let us down. So I'll keep y'all informed with that because, like I said, that's what we're going to be focused on most. And then we get into the fun stuff, and then ETFs, and then maybe a little bit of SEC help with crypto, trying to get people to want to build and launch in the United States. That'd be good. It's all happening in fourth quarter. Santa Claus is going to be coming to town. Why? Well, it's what I do in the winter. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches. Because it's Santa Claus, and I'm going to have juicy action for you fourth quarter of this year. Don't let me down, United States government. Damn it. Who's writing the script? You really suck. Oh, it's me.